Yet the god of
Looks so
wisdom
cool.
makes no argument against it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Malnoxx here. Tomorrow, on July 2nd, is the 2.8 special program. And today, I want to talk a little bit about what I hope to see coming up in version 2.8 and what we might see for the future of Genshin Impact. Now, the special program is tomorrow at 8 a.m. UTC-4, which is Eastern Standard Time. And then at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's going to be reposted on YouTube. So if you missed the initial stream on Twitch at 8 a.m., you can watch it on YouTube at 12 p.m. Unfortunately, I'll be working during the live stream, but as soon as I get home, I will have a recap posted here on the channel, as well as a reaction to it. So make sure you're subscribed and you turn on those notifications so you guys don't miss those. In addition, don't forget that tomorrow there'll be codes for 300 primogems, so you're not going to want to miss out on those. Again, I'll have those codes posted as well, both on my YouTube and in my Discord. Those links are going to be down in the description below, so hop in there so you guys don't miss out on 300 primos. But let's hop right in and talk about what we know about version 2.8 and what we hope to see. All right, so first off, version 2.8 is called Summer Fantasia. Super cool name. And from there we see Aether, we also see Kazuha, and we see Fischl right there. And we also see another character that's down there that looks like they have some Oni horns or something. I don't think Ito's gonna be in this special program, but perhaps that's a sneak peek of a new character that's coming up in Sumeru. I don't know. But I think it's pretty safe to say that based on just this announcement picture, we're going to see a Kazuha rerun, and then Fischl is going to have potentially some role in the story quests moving forward, and probably is going to be on one of these banners, or at the very least, she's going to be included in one of the events coming up as a free character that we can get during version 2.8. Now, Summer Fantasia makes me think that it is some sort of summer-specific event. So maybe something like we saw with the Golden Apple Archipelago back last year in version 1.6 before Inazuma came out. That would be really cool. Maybe we're going to go back to Golden Apple Archipelago, or maybe we're going to have another kind of interim zone between Inazuma and Sumeru. Maybe we're going to have a smaller zone, kind of like the Golden Apple Archipelago was, as we move forward into the next into Act 3 of Genshin Impact, which will be Sumeru. Now, I'm really hoping that we get a sneak peek of Sumeru coming up in version 2.8 to give us something to look forward to. Just some small little nibble, please. Oyoverse, please. Give me just a little bit. Give me something to look forward to. A little bit, just a little. Now, as far as the banners or the reruns we might see coming up, now, I don't think we're going to see any new 5-star characters coming out in version 2.8 because we haven't had any drip marketing about any 5-star characters. We had drip marketing about Heizo based on, now nothing's confirmed, but based on their style and everything we've seen, I don't think that Heizo is going to be a 5-star character. Just based on their outfit, it doesn't seem as intricate as a lot of the other 5-star characters. It looks like kind of the outfit of a 4-star character. So I would bank on Heizo being a 4-star character on a banner rerun, possibly on Kazuha's rerun. Now, if we're going to go back, let's go through the banner starting at the very beginning of Genshin Impact. Venti has had a rerun recently. I don't think he's going to have a rerun here. Klee hasn't had a rerun since the Golden Apple Archipelago, which was a year ago. So I think there's a good chance that Klee could have a rerun here in version 2.8. Eula, Zhongli, Child, Hu Tao, Keqing, Zhao, Ganyu, Albedo, Zhongli, they've all had reruns. Again, Kazuha's been a year since Kazuha's banner, so I think there's a really good chance that Klee and Kazuha are going to be two of the rerun banners that we see. The next longest would be Yoimiya. I'm a Yoimiya main. I would love to see a Yoimiya rerun. Maybe not in 2.8, maybe in the next version, unless they do a double rerun banner. Maybe they're going to run, 2 and then 2, or 2 and then 1, or 1 and then 2, who knows. So maybe if they do 3 rerun banners, I think that Yoimiya would be the next most likely. Then after Yoimiya, as far as the characters who haven't had a rerun recently, Shenhe hasn't had one since January. It might be too early for her rerun, but who knows? They did a Zhao rerun really close to each other. And Yae Miko would be the next one. And again, maybe Yae again. It's pretty recently that Yae had her banner, so I wouldn't really bank on Yae Miko having a rerun. I would say more likely Shenhe if they did 4, but I think that Klee and Kazuha are really safe bets. Possibly Yoimiya. I would love it if it was Yoimiya. Then again, Fischl on one of those banners. And we see Fischl was on Klee's banner last time. Now, if we look at this post on the Hoyo Lab from user Lizzie Bobbles, they have a screenshot of the end of the Archon quest in Inazuma, where Yae does say after leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru. So that's confirmation right there. That's positivity that Sumeru is indeed the next region that we're headed to. Not only that, but also if we go back into the Genshin Impact trailer that was released in September of 2020, I believe, it actually lays out like prologue, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, Act 6, and basically tells us the progression of, you know, Mondstadt and Liyue into Inazuma, into Sumeru, into Fontaine, Natlan, and then Snezhnaya. So if you guys haven't checked that video out, go back and take a look at it. We're actually going to take a look at the Sumeru clip of that in just a second here. Now again, this was posted by the official Genshin Impact YouTube channel, so this is an official Genshin Impact trailer. It does say it contains spoilers. We're only going to watch the little bit that pertains to Sumeru, so we're going to talk about some of the characters that have been confirmed in-game. So this is no leaks. Guys, remember, we're a leak-free channel here. We're a leak-free community. Please keep the leaks out of the comments. I don't look at leaks. I don't like to look at leaks. I don't like to have things spoiled for me like that. But this is official information from Genshin Impact, so we're going to take a look at that, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the other Dendro characters that we have actually either spoken to or heard about in-game currently, or in official Genshin Impact material like the webtoon. So this is the Sumeru version, or the Sumeru portion of this Teyvat chapter storyline preview, Travail.
The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself, and the oasis of knowledge is a mirage in the desert of ignorance. In the city of scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it.
Now, if we go back and we look at that character, they're definitely not a Dendro character. It looks like potentially a Pyrovision there on their belt. It is red, so perhaps this is going to be a Pyro polearm user. Don't think it's going to be a Dendro character at all, but we do know a little bit more about this character from the official Genshin webtoon, so let's take a look at what we know there. Now, as we move forward and look at the characters that we possibly have coming up from Sumeru, we're going to be referring to a website, gamewith.net, so thank you to Gamewith for compiling all this information here. Let's take a look. So that character we saw in the trailer was called Cyno. Now, obviously, there's no information about their release date. They haven't been drip marketed or anything by Genshin Impact on their official social medias. We just saw them in the teaser and in the webtoon. But from the webtoon, we know that Cyno is a character who's associated with the Dendro Nation. They're from Sumeru Academia, it says here, as they're coming into the story in the webtoon. And they're coming in with another character we're going to talk about in a little bit. Cole, I think is how you say that. So Cole, if I'm saying that wrong, let me know down in the comments. And again, there's no confirmation that Cyno is going to be a playable character, but the fact that they were in the trailer gives us a pretty good indicator that they're probably going to be a playable character. Now, again, we know that they're polearm. We saw them holding their polearm. We know their name. Don't know. I think it's a Pyrovision that we saw, but we can't see the actual image on there clearly enough to know for sure. And then again, that character Cole. No release date yet. Obviously, she hasn't been mentioned by anything other than the official Genshin webtoon. So possibly she'll appear in game. Now, we don't know if she's going to be a playable character. She might just be an NPC that we, meet during our questing. Who knows if she's likely or not to appear in the game. But that's another possible character that we're going to see in Sumeru. And then Yae Miko herself mentioned Kusanali, who is one of the deities of Sumeru, also called the Lesser Lord Kusanali by the people of Sumeru, a Dendro god, possibly the Dendro Archon. We don't have 100% confirmation on that, but it is implied by Yae, saying that she rules over the Dendro nation, so it's implied that Kusanali is the Dendro Archon. And Ganyu had mentioned, it says here, that the Dendro Archon is the youngest Archon, only 500 years old, which I believe means that Kusanali wasn't around at all during the Archon War. I think the Archon War was several thousand years ago, so Kusanali is definitely one of the younger gods that we've encountered in Genshin. And then finally, there was apparently a gender error based on translation errors, where initially it was thought that Kusanali was a he, but now we know that Kusanali's pronouns are she. So we do know that Kusanali is going to be a female, or at least a female presenting character here in Sumeru. So hopefully we get to, so far we have a pretty good track record of we've been able to play every Archon, so I would be surprised if we couldn't play the Dendro Archon. And finally, we know, we love him, it's Baizhu. The first Dendro vision that we saw in the game ever was hanging on Baiju's hip, and I think that's still the only Dendro vision that we have seen to date. So owner of the Boo Boo Pharmacy has that awesome snake wrapped around his neck, who I hope we can use as part of his skill or his burst when we actually get to use him. The fact that he has a Dendro Vision and the fact that his outfit is so detailed and stylized is almost a giveaway that Baizhu is eventually going to be a playable character, and I personally can't wait. I love this character. I think he's so cool. So that's everything we know for now. Hopefully we'll know more tomorrow after the 2.8 special program. Maybe we get a little sneak peek of what's to come, or at least a timeline of when we're going to be going to Sumeru. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I hope you had a good time. You know I sure did. If you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And if you want to come and hang out with us while we play Genshin Impact, we stream live on Twitch. Link is down in the description below. Until next time, you guys stay legendary, and remember the sun will rise, and we will try again. Peace out.